911 emergency.
Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Ready or Not video. In this video, we're going to be checking out a development update that was announced over on the Ready or Not Discord. They give us some insider information regarding Police Advisor Introspective. Now, for those of you that don't know, Void Interactive has been working with real-world law enforcement officers in order to create a lot of what we see in-game. Getting advice for tactics, equipment, uniforms, stuff of that nature. A lot of the scenarios are obviously derivative to what real police officers and SWAT teams will go through in a real-world scenario. Void Interactive was generous enough to share details from an interview that they conducted with their police advisor, Dan, focusing around Dan's background and how he came to work for Ready or Not, as well as some of his major contributions. Dan works with Void Interactive to help make Ready or Not as realistic as possible. Dan has spent 19 years total as a police officer, 15 years on SWAT, split between two different departments and teams. Currently works for a large 54-man regional SWAT team covering small suburban cities and towns in a larger metropolitan area within the United States. Along with his duties in SWAT, Dan is an instructor in tactics and firearms at the police academy level. His knowledge and expertise has led him to publishing and peer-reviewing articles in SWAT magazine. His inspiration for joining the police force originated due to him misreading a line from the play Our Town when in high school. Only one life in 1,000 is interesting, and recent media focused on the Columbine shooting inspired Dan to make a difference with his life. Dan has been playing SWAT and tactical games since he was a kid, reciting some of his classic favorites as Rainbow Six and Medal of Honor. Outside of video games, Dan describes himself as a historian of SWAT, specifically in its early history and tactics. His passion for both led him to become one of Ready or Not's early followers, commenting on Reddit chat forums, filling in the gaps with how SWAT operate in real life. His contribution to Ron's early understanding of how gameplay elements reflect real-life operations sparked an email thread between developers and himself, resulting in his position as a police advisor. The Ready or Not team depends on their police advisor for a wide range of things, including SWAT AI behavior, uniforms, weaponry, as well as what a day in the life of an officer actually looks like. Dan's description of how messy a real SWAT office is actually inspired the change the lobby within the main menu of the game. Dan keeps them updated on new tactics and strategies, as they are always changing and look different in police departments across the country. He also helps explain the meaning behind why SWAT officers make the decisions they do, and contributes heavily to building a very realistic SWAT AI. When asked what his favorite part about working with Ready or Not was, Dan stated he loved working with the team and contributing to the game that depicts real horrible events in a respectful way. He enjoys the setup of Los Sueños, stating it as realistic but original and fun to explore. In the future, Dan and the team hope to work together on improving the dynamic nature of SWAT AI. They hope to diversify the decision-making of each individual SWAT AI depending on their skill level and talent. They say it is truly a privilege to work with someone who has much passion as the Ready or Not team in creating a realistic SWAT-based video game. That's all they have to share with us here. Now, we did talk a little bit about the SWAT AI in a previous video, and we kind of went into depth as to some of the flaws and things that the SWAT officers unfortunately do not do in the game as of right now. And I know some people have said that the SWAT AI have never really been this bad, and I know they are a lot better depending on the map. However, overall, when I did mention that, I was pretty much summing up everything as a whole, and a lot of people can agree that the SWAT AI right now does need a lot of work. I would like to say that Void Interactive is most likely listening to our feedback. They maybe even watched that video, and they know that they need to work with the AI in this game. Keeping the community up to date by posting something such as this that gives us the opportunity to kind of see their process behind creating a realistic environment for a SWAT-based police game. I think that's absolutely phenomenal. It is paramount that they continue working with these law enforcement officers or law enforcement officer. I'm not sure if Dan is the only one, but either way, trying to create a realistic and immersive SWAT AI team to make people who enjoy single player, and maybe those of us that would like to return to play single player more often, would enjoy it if the SWAT AI acted like they were a trained professional SWAT team. Either way, that's all we have to touch up on. Void Interactive, thank you so much for providing us this information. It was a good read. I think it's awesome that you guys are working with real SWAT officers and real law enforcement officers in real life to create this amazing, immersive, tactical SWAT police shooter. Thank you guys again, and thank you to everybody in the community and my channel. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe. It really does help out the channel. I know it sounds cliche, but hit the bell icon as well. It definitely helps me. Thank you guys so much. Any modifications that you saw me using in some of the gameplay that I provided in this video, that'll all be down in the description for you guys to check out. That's gonna be everything. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you in the next one.